EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. Room here to run. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
They'll run on first down. Branch. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Branch fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. You talk about this Titan defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers, so they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Fields going to move him around. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Fields on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 9 here. Back to throw. Fields. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. So what a time this is, folks. We always said that if there was an international city ready for an NFL franchise, this was the one. And now that day has arrived, a permanent NFL team here in the capital city of London. And judging by the early numbers, they could not be more proud. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Fields changing the play. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's Fields. Locates ETN along the sideline. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hey, go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on it. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Switch. Switch. Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be caught by the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, check that. Street. Big Lion.
On 1st down, Branch. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
15. Check my 15.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9. Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And it's a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Monarchs add 6 to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Fields. He'll hit Jackson, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. It's Jackson again on the reception. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 50, here's Fields. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go. 3:19. Extend.
Now a first down throw. Fields. That one out wide and intercepted. And he is all the way up past the 25. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Irving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Another run by Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 10.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Fields. That one taken in by Neighbors. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Fields now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Play action. It's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Once again, it's Irving. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Irving. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. On his horse. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. Branch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Handoff running left, Irving. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, it's Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's got room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On first down, right back to Etienne. Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That'll give them 8 that time, and 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Irving. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Branch. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Check smash. Check smash.
On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 33. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Branch. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Jackson with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Fields going to change things up here. Back to throw. That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Cougar 19. Trap 50. Trap 50.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Londoners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.